In this video, we're going to go over learning objective 2.6, which has to do with histograms. So a histogram is a frequency distribution based on quantitative data. It's similar to the bar chart that we saw that we based off of qualitative data. The big difference is that you'll notice when you look at a histogram, the bars are touching, and that is because our data here is continuous. It's not discrete. So the horizontal axis represents all possible values, and the bars are drawn adjacent to each other to show the continuous nature of the data. So just to review, a histogram is a graph in which the classes are marked on the horizontal axis and the class frequencies are on the vertical axis. So let's go ahead and get started with building this histogram. The first thing that I want to address is something over here, and it has to do with the class limits. And the way that we wrote them in this example was the number of miles, 2 to 3 miles. And our raw data is such that there's no decimals, there's no part miles. They've already done it, rounded it to whole numbers. But sometimes you will see, and especially in our text, you will see a different way of doing it. So they will write it like this: 2 up to 4. 2 up to 4 miles. So that would include all of 2 and then all of 3, but does not include 4. And then we would go down here and it would say 4 up to 6 miles. Now this is the same. This hasn't changed the class limits at all. This is just a different way to write it. 6 up to 8. And I'm showing you this so that you know how to do it both ways, but it does make doing the histogram a little bit easier. Up to 10, and then we have 10 up to 12. Okay, so now we're going to use the information that we've already found out. Over here, the vertical is our class frequency, which in our scenario is the number of employees. And then the bottom here is the number of miles. Let me add that on here. Number of miles. Make sure to always label your charts. Makes everything so much easier. So if you look at this bar chart, the number of miles was based off of our range that we were given. So the lowest employee, or the employee that walked the least, was 2, and the employees that walked the most did 11 miles. So that's how I got the numbers here. If you'll notice these little hash marks, that just indicates that I'm not starting at 0, 1, 2, so if it looks like 200, then you would still have those hash marks to indicate that there's a gap here. Then with the number of employees, the way that I figured out how to do this was I came over and I looked at my frequency, and the highest frequency was 10, which made it easy. So then I just made this the max 10 and went down from there. So now we're going to do our histogram. Remember that the bars touch each other because this is continuous data. So let's go ahead and create some. So the first one was 2 to 3 miles, and this is 2 up to 4 miles, and there were 3 employees that had that. So let's do that. Then we had 4 up to 6, there were 10. It's going to go all the way up. Remember, when you draw this by hand, just do the best you can. Then we have 6 up to 8 was 6. Then we have 8 up to 10, which was 2. and 10 up to 12, which was 3. Next thing, if you'll notice in our text that they do go ahead and label the top of the bar with the number. So we will do that too. 3, we've got 10, we have 6, we have 2, and we have 3. I just saw something here that I want to interject. Down here with the number of miles, we want to add on the 12 there, since we said over here in our class limits 10 up to 12, just to have that consistency. So ideally that would look like that went right there, but I wanted to add that in since I just caught that. You may also color these in if you want. You can use different colors. You can put the same color. You don't have to. This is enough information for our histogram.